else, we'll call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Shani Appleby. Here. Mike Kemp.
Here.
Bruce Gage.
Here.
Nick Gunderson.
Here.
Keith Nadowski.
Here.
Rich Lickey.
Here.
All present.
And we'll have pledge of allegiance led by Nick Gunderson. Please join us.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve the agenda. Anybody got any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Now I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from our regular council meeting and the reorganizational meeting from April 19th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular and reorganizational meeting on April 19th.
I'll second that.
That motion made and seconded to approve the minutes. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Citizens appearance. Well, we got Frank first, and he's not here, so Sherry, you have the floor. Thanks for coming.
First, I'd like to pass something out.
Thank you.
Well, I am Sherry Wieters, and I'm here to introduce myself. I am running for the position of Weyauwega County Treasurer. I have been working for Weyauwega County for over 20 years, and I spent 6.5 of those years as the Chief Deputy Treasurer, and I've spent the last 7 years as the Assistant Finance Director for Weyauwega County. I started my career in banking 27 years ago over at what used to be Valley Bank here in town. I worked there for 5.5 years, and then I left and went back to school to get my degree in accounting. After that, I got hired by Weyauwega County. I currently have day-to-day contact with the treasurer's office, and this is Sue Darachowski. She's currently the deputy treasurer for Weyauwega County, and I have been working with her for the last 9 months, helping to train her in her position. I also create the monthly report that the current treasurer reads to his committee every month, and I know the day-to-day operations of the treasurer's office. I believe I have the experience and the qualifications, and I would love to serve you all as Weyauwega County Treasurer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Sherry. Now we'll go to Frank.
Sorry about that, I tried the back, you
Well.
blocked me out, so I have to come around the front.
I know the steps plus the gotcha.
Something like that, yeah. Not really much to report, with the exception that in the front, as you go in the library on the left-hand side, and I've talked to Thad about this, we keep sinking below that sidewalk area or off to the sidewalk area, and that light is starting to tilt again. It's the third time that we're going to have to fill it up. That's only comment to me was that maybe there's some kind of a water line or something running through there that's leaking, but we've had no water problems downstairs. We've had no water problems any place that I'm aware of. But I am concerned about that, so I'm going to talk to John's Lawn Service. We'll call Deere's hotline. I wanted to just dig down a little bit, see if there's anything he can locate and then fill back in, because right now we're a good 6-8 inches below the sidewalk. and I don't need any ankles busted by dropping off or wrecking something there, so. That's really about the only other place. And I think I reported way back when that we had quite a list of overdue books and what. There now is a state law that is going to allow a collection agency to start collecting, but the starting date starts now. There are no past dues that we can turn over to them at that. And it's not really in the works for the owls yet. It's still in the place, okay, will all the libraries jump on board or not jump on board? So if you don't mind, and I had talked to the chief about this, we may do a couple of local ones prior to that time, because there are still some back issues that we're talking about. Quite a bit of money outstanding there. Any questions on your part? And if nothing else, congratulations. It is a nice pleasure to be here.
A little different. Thanks, Frank. We'll go to number 6, committee reports, Public Works, Bruce Gage.
Make a motion to recommend the approval of A15 pay request 11 for $319,118.86 from Myron contingents of the receipt of the lien waiver.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve A15 pay request. Any questions on it? The lien request or the waivers signed?
No, we run 2 pay requests behind with Myron. And so this is pay request number 11, we just released number 9, the check 2 weeks ago.
Okay, we can
The
approve
problem
it.
is, yeah.
We can approve them,
that's what
but they'll be
That's what
held.
the contingency is for. We may not actually pay this for about a month and a half,
Okay. Any questions?
All approval, say aye.
but he gets to run at this meeting.
Now roll.
Good job,
It's all
Bruce.
right. It's good
All right, we'll take the vote.
enthusiasm.
I'm going. Okay, number 2.
Oh, we gotta vote on the
Hey,
first
we
one.
gotta vote on it.
Go ahead.
Approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We got 2 new guys first night, so after.
But they're on track though.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's right on track, that's good.
They make a motion to recommend approval of Cedar Corp. to complete municipal building parking lot, CSM, and deed work for $3,500.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion made, seconded to approve Cedar Corp to survey the parking lot. Any questions?
And the buildings too.
Yep.
Because the building itself is built over 3 parcels.
3 parcels,
So it's gonna
yeah.
combine those 3, which we legally have to do anyway. And then the parking lot will be mapped, and the deed work relates to the portions of the First National Bank parking lot that we're acquiring in order to complete the parking lot project. So the bank is giving us that land as long as we pay to get it surveyed. So the $3,500 includes all of that work.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, thank you. Finance Committee, Keith.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve C15 pay request number 10 for $232,423.39 to Immel, contingent upon the receipt of lien waivers.
I'll second that.
Motion made, second to approve pay request number 10. Any questions on that one? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
All right, next I'll make a motion to approve the C15 owner direct purchases for $62,352.60.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded to approve C15 owner direct purchases. For you guys that don't understand what that is, that's purchasing equipment for our buildings. And instead of the contractor buying them and we pay sales tax, we're buying them and then we save the sales tax, so that's what that is. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
All right, next make a motion to approve the purchase of a GE stove for $409 for the community room from Home Depot. And that one's got the locking feature and the cleaning feature.
I think we all know what that is. Any questions? Motion,
I'll second that.
who seconded it?
There you go.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Number
All right.
4.
Next, I'll make a motion to approve a Hot Point refrigerator freezer purchase for City Hall for $456 from Home Depot.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5.
All right, this one, do we have
Give
any
me an
update?
update, yeah. So the recommendation from the committee was to authorize up to $2,500 for the administrator to purchase commercial refrigerator and stainless steel work cart from Commercial Appliance Limited for the community room kitchen. The mayor had gone down there, had reviewed some of these units, had an estimated price. The good news is the pricing is going to come down. I think you guys had authorized $2,500. You look in your packet, the Natural brand of refrigerator comes either in a 1 wide or 2 wide. And the single wide is a 27-inch wide commercial refrigerator, $1,695. The double wide is 54 inches, $2,395. Unfortunately, the space we're looking to fit this unit into is 40 inches. So the single wide is going to be the one that would fit there. That would be a $1,600, $1,695. Then the next handout you have is that stainless steel utility cart. There's 2 sizes. One of them is $191.25. The other one's $234. And the shelf size on the smaller one, it's 24 inches long by 15.5 inches wide. So 24 by 15.5. The other one is 27 long by 18 wide, so it's an extra 3 inches
Yeah, I
long and
guess
wide with the wheels.
with that one though, I guess I envisioned, and maybe
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just off.
not,
I envisioned it to
that's
be.
not the one we
I
talked
guess
about.
What I was,
So-
what I
Not
was
even
thinking is more
close.
of a
So when I went
prep
there-
table for the center.
I
We're looking-
talked to the gentleman that you met with.
Yeah,
This is what he said he talked to you about.
no, that ain't the one he showed me, not at all.
Okay, because the handout I got was from him.
Okay.
But that being said, you have the $1,695 fridge,
Yeah,
Still got enough room to work. I just think
$700
the
there.
intent was to get a prep table for the
yeah,
Right.
the center of the room.
yeah.
Right, that's exactly my understanding, and when I went there, he said, yep, I remember talking about it, here's what we're looking at, so. this
So I would
is what
say
got.
that is not it, but I think the
That's-
fridge is
that's
on the
not
spot.
Anyhow, the,
Okay.
the 25 is more basically than what we need anyway, but just needed them out so we could do some shopping. We
Yep, yeah, the fridge is down about $150
Yeah,
on what the initial cost was, which
pretty
is
much
good.
knew that was gonna be.
Yep,
So does anybody have any questions on that before I go ahead and make the motion for that?
You making a motion for a cart or for a table?
Nope, making a motion
For
to
the
approve
$2,500.
each of them for $2,500, no more than 2,500.
Okay. Well, no, but in there you say steel work cart. Do you want a steel work cart or you want a prep table?
It's a prep table is what we
Prep
gotta
table,
have.
Prep table.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can clarify that.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure.
Yep, so I'll make a motion to approve, or authorize the city administrator for $2,500 to purchase commercial refrigerator and stainless steel prep table from Commercial Appliances and for the community room kitchen.
I'll second that.
okay, got a motion and a second to approve $2,500 for the equipment for the kitchen. And
okay,
I,
real quick comment if you don't mind, so the fridge we're good to go on?
Yes.
If I go there and there's a little bit of blowback on this cart table issue, if we hold that up, and if I need to come back to you guys, if it's gonna be more than that, is that sufficient? If it's gonna go
Yeah.
over the $2,500, or maybe
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah,
check with you
I mean, I'd
too?
rather do that than buy something
Right.
that's not the right
Right.
item for that.
Yeah, I apologize, but like I said, when I went there, he said, yeah, I
No,
remember, and here's what I got, so.
Yeah, I think we were on the same page with the prep table
yeah, it
for
was,
the
that's
center.
not at all what I looked at, but.
And we'll need that too.
All right, anybody out there wondering, we're doing our best to, this community center with the kitchen, that's a pretty important part of this building, and when we do it, we wanna do it right, cause, yeah, the citizens say, hey, you got a beautiful office now, but what do we get out of that? And that community room was hoped to be a real gem for this city, and we wanna equip it correctly and make sure it's usable and the way it should be, and a real gem for us. I'll take a vote on it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. 6.
Next, I'll make a motion to approve checks 32214 through 32301 totaling $435,924.01.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded to approve the checks. We got a roll call?
Mike Kemp,
Aye.
Bruce Gage,
Aye.
Nick Anderson,
Aye.
Keith Nadowski.
Aye.
Rich Licky,
Aye.
Shane Appleby.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carried. Thanks, Keith. Next, go to police and fire. Mike?
Come on.
You gotta go far down.
Yeah.
Then if you just go on that side, you can pull all the way up there. That won't work.
No, try again. Now it's froze.
All right.
There you go, otherwise I get a picture.
Make a motion to recommend, to approve the reinstatement agreement with the Weyauwega Area Fire District.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve the, restate the fire agreement with the area fire district, but I would like to have Tom come up and explain that a little bit, because I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people here don't understand it.
The fire district is redoing our agreement with local municipalities. The last agreement was done a while back where Muckle was involved yet, and there was a couple other things that we removed and redid the agreement. And it just needs to go through each municipality. I've already been to all the other ones. This has been over a year-long process between the lawyer, all the municipalities, and fire district. We had a committee to work on it, so it's been looked at with a lot of people. I know the committee here has looked at it, and is there any questions? I guess I don't want to go through the whole thing. It's,
That last agreement was what, 1992?
92 was the last one, right?
Wow.
Basically, it's, town of Royalton, town of Weyauwega, part of the town of Lynn, and then the city, and Muck was no longer involved.
Correct, yeah, and part of Royalton too. It's not all of Royalton.
That's right, North Royalton, yeah, that'd be Manawa area.
Yep.
Okay.
What about Deer Haven Drive out there?
In Muckwa?
That's Muckwell, but didn't Weyauwega usually cover that?
We used to, and that was part of the issue why Muckle left. When we bought an engine a while ago, they didn't want to chip in their share or whatever, so they decided they could get their services for cheaper somewhere else, and they decided to do that through New London. I know they offered to, or they tried to come back into the district once. I don't recall how many years ago that was. And the board at that time said they could, but they would have to pay for their share of the truck that they didn't pay for when they left. And they opted not to do that and still stay with New London. It is a tough situation out there today with Mavis. I'm not sure if you're all familiar with that, but our mutual aid system, pretty much almost the whole state right now is free mutual aid. So if New London has a fire in that area, if they request us, we're gonna go anyway. And that is pretty much, I know I got numerous phone calls from residents of that area. They did say they wanted to be in our district, but that's not up to me here, that's up to their town fathers and to do that, and at that time they decided not to, so.
I think Tom, just not to interrupt you, but the way that works is the total cost of the fire district is a number at 100%. And then it goes, I believe, by assessed valuation of each community. And then the cost is divided by percentages. I know the city pays the most. At one time, it was like 38% of the total cost. And then from there on, the townships are smaller, so they pay a little bit less. And, Muck was charged that year when we bought the new truck, that was the percentage that they had agreed on, and then they decided they didn't wanna pay that kind of money, so they didn't want any service from us anymore. And then they were gonna go to New London, and New London didn't want them, and, cause they wouldn't pay New London, and quite frankly, now I don't know where the town sits with fire protection. They don't have any, I guess, but,
They are under, New London.
yeah.
Yep, they are in New London's district, and, they worked out an agreement with them, and, so,
But for like Deer Haven Drive and this end of Muckwa, that's like a long haul for a fire department.
and I don't have the percentages right in front of me, but in this, agreement, it goes like, the mayor said, goes by assessed evaluation, and there, it's broken up into votes. The total number of votes in this, as of last year, was 192.52 votes, and of them, the city share is 71.31 votes. So, and if you do the math, you can get the percentage, but it is, the majority of the agreement.
Yeah. Historically, it's been a very good contract. Look, the equipment our fire department's got now and all the modernization we've done over the years, and it's too bad that they wanted to back out, they didn't wanna pay it, but that's. Anybody else got a question for Chief? Alright, I'll vote on it. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thanks for coming, Tom.
Okay, I do have the original here, I need a signature of the mayor and the city administrator.
You figured I'd get it okay,
That
huh?
happened?
Alright. Oh, here. Thanks, Tom.
And I will make copies of this and get them over to Patrick.
Alright, we'll go to the next one, public health ordinance,
No action
Cheney.
for council.
Nothing for council. E, recreation, Nick.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2016 swim lake fees with an increase to non-resident daily passes and swim lesson fees.
And that,
A second?
Yep, you see.
Okay. That was in there, everybody read it, I suppose? Any questions?
Yeah, just a quick note, the committee felt very strongly about keeping the resident rates the same, because not only did they pay the user rates, but they also pay the property taxes, which fund $38,000 per year at the swim lake, 35 to 38,000. But what they're looking at doing is increasing the non-resident daily passes $1, so it'll be $3 for kids and seniors, $4 a day for adults. And then the non-resident swim lesson fees were $20 if you had a swim pass. They want to increase that $5 to $25. And if you did not have a pass, it was $30 as a non-resident. They want to increase that $10 to $40. Those are the two increases.
Take a vote on it, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Number 7, no. Planning Commission. Public property,
No action for council.
thank you. Planning Commission has no action for the council. New business, we have to elect the council president.
Typically, the process is you will have open nominations, so somebody can nominate an individual. You can have however many individuals nominated. Once there are no more nominations, then you would have a vote then. Council president fills in for the mayor whenever it's appropriate, and also is listed as one of the authorized signers for checks. Myself, the mayor, and the council president, then we need 2 of them to sign the check, so.
Anybody got a nominate somebody?
I nominate Mike Kemp, he was existing mayor.
I nominate Nick Gunderson.
Okay, we have two. You want a secret ballot or how you want that?
You can do it however you'd like to do it. I don't know that you have anything in your ordinance that says either way on that. In the past, I think it's just been open vote.
Open vote.
You just vote up or down on the people that
Up
you
or
have
down
nominated.
vote. Now, show of hands then. For Mike. All in favor, Mike for president. I got one. All in favor, Nick for president. I guess Nick's president. Thank you. Now we got part B, the really good one. We got John Cameron here.
Okay, good news.
Gonna tell us,
I saw that.
gonna tell us
Very good news.
Better
how
than expected.
good news we got.
Yes.
Saw that.
Well, good evening, everyone. Happy to be here in the new building. So we have the sale day results for the debt associated with City Hall. So this was the refunding of the interim financing for the City Hall facility. So we had the sale this morning. We had a total of 4 bidders, with the low bidder being Bosk Inc., which is a bank of Southern Oklahoma. They actually do quite a bit of work in this state, so they've got an office in Milwaukee. So the difference between the low bid and the high bid, not much of a spread in terms of total interest rate. The interest rate difference between the two, the high and the low, is about just under $64,000. So overall, very good rates. The true interest cost on this was about just under 2.5%, which for 20 years for a non-rated municipality is very good. So just a couple of things to highlight. You can see the bid results on the next few pages from the 4 different bidders, with the winning bidder being on the first page. If you actually flip to, next few pages are your existing debt service schedules. What I'd like to go to is actually the sizing page, which is page 7. So you'll see 2 columns, one that says pre-sale estimate, which is what I presented last month, and then the final sale results in terms of the total sizing. So the sizing was actually reduced slightly from the pre-sale result, and that was because of 2 different things. Number one is that the underwriter's discount came in lower than what we originally estimated. So when the underwriters bid, they bid on essentially 2 different things. They're bidding on the underwriter's discount, which is essentially their fee to buy the debt, and then they're going to turn around and resell it on the secondary market. And then the other item is the overall the interest rates for each maturity within the debt. So those are the 2 things that they bid on. The other thing that they offered was a reoffering premium, which we're able to use then to downsize the debt. So in kind of layman's terms, what that means is, because interest rates are so low right now, what we're seeing with a lot of municipalities is a slight premium, meaning they're offering a little bit more money to municipalities in exchange for a little bit higher interest rate than what would otherwise be offered. Because this is a refunding bond, and with City Hall, we have to downsize the issue slightly, so it works to your advantage, your percent. So, and it's not big; it's not a big premium; it's a relatively small premium. The next 2 pages you can kind of flip between and see the difference between the pre-sale and the post-sale. So just on the pre-sale result, just to kind of again walk back through this. This was shown at the last meeting. You see it starting from the very left to right. The very left few columns are your existing general obligation debt, less any other obligations, other funding sources, so the water utility, in your tax incremental financing districts. So you have your total principal and interest payments for existing debt at about, so looking at 2016, $220,000 a year. That is abated by other revenue sources to the tune of about $41,500. So the actual amount of debt, existing debt that hits the levy, is $177,961 in 2016. So of your total city tax rate, $2.08 of that is related to paying existing debt. Okay. So in 2015, we had the bond anticipation note that is now being refinanced here with this new debt issue for permanent financing. You see the pre-sale results in green, so this is what we projected in terms of total principal and interest payments, and then if you kind of flip to the next page, we can compare that to the final sale results. So if you look at, the total principal and interest payments over time with this debt, from a pre-sale standpoint, we're just under $4.2 million, $4,192,000 over the 20-year lifespan. If you look at the final sale results, we're at $3,995,000, so about $200,000 to the better over the life of the debt. So again, good positive results. The other page, last page, then just to kind of point out is the second to last page. Your total debt service limit, which we talked about at the last meeting as well. With the issuance of this debt, you're at about 80% of your total debt limit. So each municipality in the state of Wisconsin is limited to borrowing 5% of your total equalized value through general obligation debt. Utility-related debt, which would be have the ability to issue revenue bonds, those debt are supported wholly through user rates and other potentially other sources, say special assessments or those types of things. But in this case, this is general obligation debt. There is no other source of revenue for it. So you're really kind of we don't ever want to see you go obviously up to 100%. So you're kind of, I want to say, maxed out, but you have a little bit of capacity left. But it does start to fall fairly quickly. By 2020, you're back down to about 60%. So you do start to drop off, and that's really as your existing debt that predated this starts to fall off. So that helps quite a bit. And then finally, just showing you a one-page graph, just showing you where interest rates have been over the last year. You can see that interest rates have really come down over the last year, kind of a low water mark. And this is a trend in terms of summary of multiple bond sales over a set period of time. The low water mark was really kind of the end of February, but you can see that where we're at right now, we are not far off of that kind of low mark. So interest rates have been very good. So and it worked, in this case, it 100% works to your benefit. Any questions?
Anybody got any questions for John?
It's good news.
Good news is always easy to deliver.
Did a good job. Nice to hear the good news. We'll take a roll call vote.
So the vote itself would be on resolution 582. It's authorizing the issuance and sale of, and we do have to modify the amount, I think, right, John? We had 3.14 million.
The amount in the yes, but the resolution itself would be correct in terms of the sale.
So would it be the 3
So
million?
you just the amount the
3,095,000?
correct.
Okay. Well,
General obligation refunding bonds, series 2016A. So yeah, you have
Everything
a
else is
motion and
correct.
a roll call on that.
so I will make a motion to approve resolution 582, authorizing the issuance and sale of 3,095,000 general obligation refunding bonds, series 2016A.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve the sale of the bonds. Roll call.
Bruce Gage,
Here.
Nick Gunderson,
Aye.
Keith Nadowski,
Aye.
Jamie Appleby, Mike Kemp,
All right.
Rich Lickey.
Aye.
All ayes.
Motion carried. Thank you, John.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
All right, we have to consider license application for Adam Beeser Johnson for the Citgo station. You all have a copy of that, and Chief approves them? Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the license.
Thanks, John.
It's
Motion made and seconded to approve the bartender's license. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Consider temporary Class B retailer's license for Weyauwega Area Fire District for the June 5th chicken barbecue. You all better come to it too.
I'll make a motion to approve the license for the Weyauwega Area Fire Department. for June 5th.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thanks, Tom. Mayor's report. Basically, all I've got is it's really nice to be here. It's nice to see some people here. I'm glad tonight we made some motions to help improve our community center. We want to get that up and running nice, and hopefully by next Monday, our parking lot back there will be totally finished and lined, and things are looking good. The wastewater treatment plant is basically finished. Our operators have been going to school and they've got it up and running. Things are going good. That's about all I got. Administrator.
Good. On the parking lot, the plan is for it to be done by next Monday. We're looking at paving Thursday, marking it on Friday, and then it looks like we probably won't have it open in time for Saturday. That's the tractor pull Saturday, but we did advise them ahead of time that we would like for the tractors not to be on the brand new parking lot, and they've seemed to be open to that, so.
They don't have a choice.
The parking lot, it'll open up on Monday, so that should be good there. The only thing that we're gonna wait on probably about a month and a half is the decorative lighting, which is a little bit behind. But the good news is we had a 4-week window to get that project done, along with the retaining wall and sidewalk on the end of West Main, manhole repairs, sidewalk repairs. And it looks like they're gonna be done a week early, so in 3 weeks, which helps quite a bit. We are nearly finished with this building, this room in particular. You'll see the screen is in, the beginning of our technology for the seating area is in. These screens will be powered up, the microphones will be running. What you see hanging from the ceiling on that mount is going to be one of the cameras, so that the camcorder can be filed away. And then we've gotten our use out of that for sure in the last, 3 years. It's like a $300 camera, and we filmed every meeting we've had, so it's been good. There will be another camera that's mounted up in this corner here to get the podium/crowd shot. And then we did just pull out the divider a little bit so that you can get an idea what that looks like. The police department, I'm sure they're gonna touch on this in the chief's report, but they did hold a training in here. It seems like it went well. We had the divider pulled across and everything was set up. So that's a good thing. The one thing that the finance committee made that I just want to make a note of is they did set a day for a grand opening ceremony/open house, and they want to do it here and at the treatment plant. The problem we ran into is some of the lockers and some of the final equipment items for the building, they're not due to get here till the end of June. They wanted to make sure at the committee that all of the stuff was going to be in the building. That next weekend is July 4th weekend. They wanted to avoid that, so what they picked was Saturday, July 9th, 10 a.m., probably till noon. We'll have a little event here, and then we'll also have the wastewater treatment plant open. And as the mayor said, that's rounding into shape as well. They're down there paving, getting the final site work done at the treatment plant. We will have a tour there like we typically do every year. We stayed away there this last year because it's been pretty messy down there. But all of our big projects are coming just this month now. It's all getting done just in time for the weather to get nice. So that's about all I've got.
Thank you. Police report, Chief Jerry.
What was the day you said, July 9th?
Saturday, July 9th at 10 a.m.
As Patrick mentioned, we did take advantage of this room today. Canadian National brought 4 special agents in and gave us 6-hour training on railroad grade crash investigation. It was an excellent training, and the facilities were knocked out. We used 2 rows of tables in half of this room. They had a PowerPoint going. Comfortable, clean, everybody praised the new building. Tomorrow we're going to use community room. We're having the entire 5th grade over for their annual counteract pizza party, and they're gonna take a walk through the building, as we've never been able to do that before. Not with any pride anyway. And then Wednesday, we're gonna use the room again for the Weyauwega County Law Enforcement Officer Administrators meeting. And then next Thursday, probably our biggest event is a legal update. We're having Assistant Attorney General Dave Perlman come in, and he's gonna present a legal update. And the benefit of all these things is, one, we're showcasing our building, people are getting to see it, and two, which is more related just to the police department, is it's saving us a ton of money in training. They'll bring the training to us for free that they did today, instead of us sending 7, 8 officers off to wherever the school is for the day, transportation, meals. So that's been what we've been up to here for the last couple of weeks, plus transitioning and moving in and the tweaking with the technology, but it's getting to the end. Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry. And 11, such as other matters, is authorized by law. Has anybody else got anything? Shaney?
I just finished up my leadership class on May 12th. Our presentation went awesome. We were approached by 2 different people that are pretty high up with Weyauwega County in the DHHS department, and another one who was pretty active in Weyauwega County, suggesting that our presentation go more than just what we did on Thursday. We worked on drugs for Weyauwega County. We helped get a meeting set up with Judge Z, who is from Brown County, who also got the drug court going there. The drug court's moving, just so you all know. You're gonna be hearing about it more. All the judges are on top. Judge Huber is starting to work on his part. The district attorney is working on getting the grants going. County board members are gonna be approached because we're gonna need help to continue to support our drug court. So I just want you all to be aware that this is coming, and it's a very, very good thing to have. These people have to own up to their accountabilities, not just thrown in jail and then let back out the next day. They have several things that they need to do in order to pass and be productive, and they're seeing quite a bit of good praises through this, so. And thank you for letting me go through this class again.
Thank you, Shaney. It's good to know. Anybody else? Well, let's set the meetings for calendar for June.
Right now, the only ones that are set would be Public Works and Finance, both for Monday, June 13th. Public Works at 6:30 with Finance set approximately 7:30 or immediately after.
That good with you guys?
We had rec and police set for Tuesday then, on the 14th.
On the 14th,
Yeah.
back in, please.
Yep.
Okay. Which one's gonna go first?
Is,
I don't remember what we did with that. We were gonna invite Gold Cross
couldn't go,
to come, so did we say first or second with the police?
I would say first with the police.
Please first. At 6:30? 6?
6:30.
6:30 it was? Okay,
That's it?
we're gonna need ordinance.
Yeah.
I would plan on having probably a full slate. The plan commission, I don't know that we can set that yet, but our CSM for the parking lot and that would have to go to the plan commission
Yeah.
when it's done. I'm assuming it'll be, but maybe we'll hold on that for right now.
Okay. That's it?
What we gotta do,
Does the
ordinance.
15th work for Keith and Rich for ordinance?
It's Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday.
15th?
Yeah.
Not much works for me, but we can talk about that offline. June before the weekend.
All right, well, then I have to double check, because that was
Okay.
the day that worked for me, so
Okay.
we'll have to get back on that.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
call it
I'll
back.
in South
Okay.
Dakota.
All right.
Alright, then otherwise, council then would be on Monday, June 20th.
Okay, now we're gonna go into closed session, so thank all you people for coming, appreciate it.
You could maybe read the first one just to get it in the record, when we get the reason on there, you know? Be a good thing.
I just have a quick question. Did something happen with the leaf sweeper, or was there a change?
I got a
He's still trying to
text on the
come.
hotline number, he's coming
Still trying to
tomorrow.
come.
Sherry,
Okay.
thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Sue.
he said tomorrow.
So if you got a big room and a trash can, we got a job for you.
Really?
What'd Teddy tell you?
Save.
They broke
save
down
us
again?
every spring.
Broke down. Broken equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be done by the end of April for sure.
Well, yes, you specifically said early April, please.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We talked
I don't
about
know.
that.
Thanks,
Talked
Tom.
about that, but
It's not so easy to get that done.
we're still in open yet, but if you could, at least if you wanna read the first one, because it lays out a little bit with the railroad and where we're at, so we get that in the record.
All right. I'll make a motion to go to closed session pursuant with 19.851G, Wisconsin statute conferring with legal counsel for government body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is likely to become involved. The reason for the closed session is to discuss strategy in addressing circuit court appeal by Canadian National Railroad related to the municipal court decisions in favor of the city of Weyauwega on ordinance regarding blocking intersections by train. The council may reconvene in open session at the completion of closed session to take action on items from the closed session. And I will also include in there the closed session pursuant to 19.85C, which is the consideration of employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of the city employees who is subject to the jurisdiction and authority of the council. The reason for the closed session is to discuss and review administrator goals. The council may reconvene in open session at the completion of the closed session to discuss items from the closed session.
I'll second everything you just said.
There you go, it's on the record.
Roll call.
Gunderson.
Aye.
Gage.
Aye.
Kemp.
Aye.
Appleby. Aye. Podolsky.
Aye.
Licky. All ayes.
7:18.